The fear of viruses right from the beginning of this year has put a pause to almost everything, affecting the entire world, including India. This resulted in a huge challenge for all industries. The wood panel and decorative surface industry being no exception. It got affected both by unavailability of manpower and drop in demand from end consumers.
When we saw the global impact and then we saw that this is something that had the potential to disrupt lives, we immediately said, is this something that could cause harm for us in our own homes? Is this something that could actually erode that feeling of safety that we have with every person in their own offices, in their own homes? There is a certain element of safety, right? There is a certain element of them feeling protected, feeling happy, feeling secure. I think to a certain extent, this entire pandemic has removed that sense of security for all of us. So we started thinking about some innovation that we could bring about in our product category to benefit the consumer.
During this trying time, CenturyPly employed its research and development unit to come out with a sustainable solution for its customers by addressing one of the key issues faced by customers, the fear against viruses.
You see, we are a company that always innovates. We have continuously tried to develop new technologies. We are the first in India to come up with horror-proof and termite-proof technology, which was at that point the biggest problem for our consumers. And today we realize that there is this fear against virus. So can we do something to actually to benefit our consumers, to slightly alleviate that fear? And you will be extremely surprised. The work started back in February itself. And by the end of or the mid of March, I would say, we were able to develop a product that essentially makes our plywood and our laminates virus-proof.
इस पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन में सेंचुरी प्लाई ने जिस वायरस की टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके प्लाईवुड को इतना 99.99% वायरस फ्री और बैक्टीरिया फ्री किया है, जिससे प्लाईवुड कस्टमर में काफ़ी खपत आई है। कस्टमर काफ़ी डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि प्लाईवुड पूरी तरह सेफ है। मैं समझता हूँ कि आगे जैसे जैसे इसकी अवेयरनेस बढ़ेगी, प्लाईवुड की सेल काफ़ी बढ़ेगी। सेंचुरी प्लाई में खूबी है कि हमेशा टेक्नोलॉजी को इस्तेमाल करके प्लाईवुड को बेहतर बनाती है, जिससे कस्टमर हमसे बेफिक्र होकर मटेरियल्स खरीदते हैं और हमारी सेल में भी काफ़ी इजाफा होता है।
In a world where consumers seek to buy the best at the lowest price, CenturyPly has consistently innovated to strengthen its value proposition. Following the market trend carefully, the largest plywood manufacturer in the country, Plyboards India Limited, has been strengthening its market in the housing and infrastructure segments. Today, it offers a wide range of wood panel products like plywood, particle boards, veneers, laminates, doors, fiber cement boards, and PVC boards, as well as its new addition, MDF. Established in 1986 by two very young and dynamic entrepreneurs, Mr. Keshav Bhajanka and Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, who laid down the foundation of what we now know as CPIL, Plyboards India Limited, an indigenous company striving to realize the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Atmanirbhar Bharat is not just manufactured in India. It is about the evolution of India. It is about India becoming self-reliant. Today, if X number of are getting livelihood because of an Indian company, we are self-reliant. We are using our own strengths to further our country's cause. And if you look at it, with a 1.3 billion population, with the sort of infrastructure, with the sort of ecosystem we have, well, we are at the start of the journey. The way India is going to progress, and we are going to hope to play maybe some role in that journey.
The humble beginning of a small venture has now turned into a huge conglomerate, and today, CenturyPly and Century Laminates have become one of the largest sellers of multi-use plywoods, doors, laminates, and decorative veneers in the Indian organized plywood market. CenturyPly has been the front runner in applying innovation at work. By giving more freedom to users, CenturyPly ensures that the customer should have more choices available that will help them in achieving what they desire. CenturyPly is continuously working on new product concepts for today's informed and discerning buyer, offering maximum choice to try out numerous permutations and combinations.
जब सनमाइका की बात आती है लेमिनेट की, तो आदमी सेंचुरी का बताते हैं तो खुशी खुशी लेता है। इसी तरह बाजार में सभी प्रोडक्ट का दूसरा भी ब्रांड है, दूसरे ब्रांड वाले भी रखते हैं, लेकिन सेंचुरी का बोलने से वो लोग पहले सेंचुरी को प्रेफर करते लेना, क्योंकि नाम में स्टेटस है। सब जानते हैं एक ही कंपनी का माल है, सब क्वालिटी मेंटेन रखते हैं, कोई चीज़ से समझौता नहीं करते क्वालिटी से, तो ये चीज़ अब सब जान गए हैं।
The simple philosophy of Sarvada Sarvottam, always the best, has been the cornerstone of all operations and technologies. It has led the company to design and deliver contemporary lifestyle products that have become synonymous with modern living.
This culture of innovation, I think, started in 96-97, and since then there have been a lot of firsts. We're the first to bring out GLP, glue line protection technology. Five and a half years ago, we developed antibacterial, antifungal laminates. We were the first in the country and perhaps one of the first in the world to come out with such a product. So I think this entire culture started from then, and we have seen the results. Maybe not in terms of the monetary benefits, but in terms of the satisfaction you get from a happy consumer, from a happy customer. I think that makes it all worthwhile.
The pandemic has created many challenges, but CenturyPly managed to take the situation in its stride. During the lockdown, the R&D arm of the company brainstormed on the idea to create a killer technology for invisible viruses. Although Century Laminates has used nanotechnology for many years to address other kinds of microbes like fungus and bacteria, now the company has successfully developed a form of nanotechnology ingrained on the surfaces of its plywood and laminates that enable them to kill viruses that come in contact with 99.99% mortality rate. This indigenous effort is a stamp of New India's resolve to fight adversity with cutting-edge technology, a testimony to self-reliant India.
We are not a company that is here to benefit in the short term. These are characteristics that are now imbibed in the product. So going forward, like from 96, 97, every single piece of CenturyPly is anti-boron and anti-termite. From the 1st of April, every piece of CenturyPly and laminates is antiviral, and this will continue into the foreseeable future.
We are using it in Architect Ply, Century Club, Bond Ply, Scenic 710, pre-laminated particle board, pre-laminated MDF. We are also using it on teak plywood. So almost all the surfaces which we are creating, we are using it, except we are still in the research stage for decorative veneers.
ये वायरोकिल है, ये सबसे बड़ा फायदा है कि एंटी वायरस है, इस पर दूसरा कोई वायरस चिपकेगा नहीं, आदमी बेफिक्र होकर यूज करेगा, घर में बच्चे वगैरह रहेंगे वो भी टच करेगा, उनको डर नहीं लगेगा, अच्छी चीज़ है। समय के हिसाब से जो किया गया बहुत अच्छा किया गया।
So how does this Virokill technology work? Actually, CenturyPly uses specially designed nanoparticle-based self-doctoring surface treatment against microorganisms. These particles are by nature antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. The highly activated and energized nanoparticles physically rupture and kill microbes that come in contact with it through contact-killing mechanisms, always keeping the surfaces safe and hygienic. This has been tested and certified by Biotech Testing Services Mumbai under antiviral efficacy test as per international standards. The certification declares an efficiency of 99.99% in killing viruses. The nanoparticles are effective throughout the lifetime of the furniture as they are embedded in the polymer matrix system.
Virokill का importance in current situation is very much high because people have become very much health conscious because ये जो sudden outbreak आया है उसकी वजह से और जो साइट्स पे मूवमेंट थी वो एकदम बंद हो गई थी और अभी वायरोकिल आने से जो ये नई टेक्नोलॉजी सेंचुरी लेके आया है उसकी वजह से उनके थोड़े सेंटीमेंट्स में भी सुधार आया है और मार्केट में भी थोड़ी उसकी वजह से मूवमेंट बढ़ी है और साइट्स पे भी मूवमेंट बढ़ी है.
Nanoparticles are mixed into the product. So it is within the product composition itself. It is not a surface treatment. It's not something that is artificially added at the end. So that means that for whatever time period our product lasts, the security will last also.
The nanotechnology-based Virokill is completely thermostable. Also, this surface treatment is non-leachable and normal exposure to humidity, moisture or sunlight does not affect the antiviral properties. It is completely safe for human contact and does not react to external polishing or painting. The Virokill technology is the ultimate answer to the customer's innate need of protection from viruses.
वायरोकिल का बेनिफिट ही है, नुकसान तो बेनिफिट ही है कि लेयर के अंदर में देते हैं इसको तो ऊपर में भी पॉलिश वगैरह करने से कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आता. सबसे बड़ा स्लोगन है इसका रहो बेफिक्र. तो एक्चुअल में ये अच्छा भी है और सच्चा भी है इसलिए कि हर आदमी बेफिक्र है. मेरे गोडाउन में माल लेता है, मेरा गोडाउन की बेफिक्र है, बनाने वाले बेफिक्र है, खरीदने वाले बेफिक्र है, बेचने वाले बेफिक्र है, लगाने वाले बेफिक्र है, बच्चे वगैरह सब घर में रहते हैं तो उनका डर नहीं रहता. और एक दिन की तो बात है, ये तो लाइफ टाइम के लिए हो गया. घर में फर्नीचर है, लाइफ टाइम तक उसमें वायरोकिल रहेगा तो किसी को डर नहीं, सब बेफिक्र रहेंगे. इसका स्लोगन अच्छा लगा, रहो बेफिक्र.
कस्टमर तो देखिए इस मार्केट में पे करने के लिए उनको सुविधा है, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, किंतु उनको विश्वास होना पड़ता है. सेंचुरीप्लाई में उनको पूरा भरोसा है और हम इसमें ही कॉन्फिडेंस बेचते हैं कि नहीं सेंचुरीप्लाई लीजिए, कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई है. अभी तक सेंचुरी में कोई प्रॉब्लम दिखती नहीं है ऐसे, क्योंकि ये हमेशा मॉडिफाई करती है प्रोडक्ट को और प्रोडक्ट काफी सेटिस्फाइड है कस्टमर इससे.
CenturyPly has decided to apply this technology on the entire product range without charging any extra cost. The Virokill offering is an addition to the antibacterial, antifungal products that Century Laminates has been giving to its customers for the past 5 years.
Virokill is going to be part of the technology for every single sheet of plywood and every single sheet of laminates that we manufacture. So it is not an added category. It is within the existing range. And one step that I think we have taken, which is very different from the norm, such an innovation, such an introduction normally warrants a premium over the price. We have not charged for it. This is our small way of trying to show our loyal customers who are faith in our brand, yes, we are here and we are going to continue to do, or we are going to continuously try to give you a better and better product.
ये सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि शुरू से ये कंपनी जो है दूरदर्शी है. ये नज़दीक का नुकसान नहीं देख के दूर का फ़ायदा सोचती है और इसका फ़ायदा मिलता भी है. ज़्यादा नहीं, आज से 10-15 साल पहले जाते हैं जब इन्होंने GLP टेक्नोलॉजी को इम्प्लीमेंट किया था. उस समय भी इनका खर्चा आया था 3-4%, लेकिन इन्होंने दाम हाइक नहीं किया. उसका नतीजा क्या हुआ, इनकी सेल में बहुत ग्रोथ हो गई. इसका फ़ायदा सिर्फ कंपनी को नहीं, डीलर, सब डीलर सबको हुआ. तो नज़दीक का नुकसान लेकिन दूर का फ़ायदा, इसीलिए इस कंपनी को हम दूरदर्शी कंपनी बोलते हैं. यही अभी फ़ायदा मिलेगा.
देखिए पहले सेंचुरीप्लाई, पहले JLP लाई, उसके बाद ये इन्होंने क्या है कि एंटी बैक्टीरिया, एंटी फंगस, फिर कि वाटर प्रूफ, अब जैसे लाइए वायरोकिल्स. हर समय कुछ ना कुछ लोग मॉडिफाई करते रहते हैं, क्वालिटी में करके प्रोडक्ट को हाई ग्रेड बनाते हैं, जिससे कस्टमर को कहीं भी परेशानी नहीं हो. और कस्टमर जब परेशान नहीं होता तो हमें बेचने में बहुत आसानी होती है.
As the pioneers in many product innovations like borer and termite proof, boiling water proof, superior strength plywood, decorative veneers, laminates and doors in India, the company has successfully transformed itself into a leadership position in the competitive lifestyle segment. CenturyPly and Century Laminates are the preferred choice of many architects, interior designers, contractors, carpenters, dealers, retailers and consumers. They strongly recommend CenturyPly products which can transform any ordinary steel and concrete structures into an expression of one's personality. From flexible plywoods that offer a unique blend of form and functionality to specially treated fire-retardant plywoods that find use in a myriad of construction purposes, CenturyPly offers right products for different building needs. CenturyPly enjoys a unique brand identity as the market leader with offerings that are considered industry benchmarks.
तो यहाँ पे लोगों ने जो भी पास्ट में घर बनाए थे उनको क्वालिटी से लेके सेंचुरी में काफी अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला था, क्योंकि सूरत में जो फ्लड आया था उसी टाइम पे भी जो इनकी प्रोडक्ट थी उनको कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं आया था। तो एक वो बोलते हैं कि जो वारंटी कंपनी दे रही है उससे कस्टमर तो सेटिस्फाई है, लेकिन वो वारंटी सही तरीके से उन्होंने एक्चुअली टेस्ट भी कर ली है। तो एक क्वालिटी की वजह से एक अच्छा सा ट्रस्ट कस्टमर में बिल्ड हो गया है, जिसकी वजह से वो वही प्रोडक्ट रिपीट करना चाहते हैं अगर वो कुछ भी नया डेवलपमेंट करते हैं उसी चीज में।
Century has always been on the forefront of the industry, be it the aesthetics or technology combined with a great price point. And now we have Virokill, definitely a harbinger of hope. Virokill addresses the scare of the virus on many fronts, from the retailers to bringing the carpenters back to work and in the long run, the end users. I'm sure Century has followed stringent guidelines in their testing and Virokill offers great solace. Hopefully this will change the current scenario. I look forward to working with Century, committing to provide sustainable economical solutions.
Century Laminates, with a capacity of over 6 million CBM, uses a unique technology in which special resins impact extra strength to its laminate sheet, making it highly resistant to scratches and abrasion. The company's exotic range of decorative laminates is characterized by high color fastness and is also carpenter friendly.
आर्किटेक्ट वगैरह सबकी पहली पसंद सेंचुरी का कारण क्या है कि जब कोई काम कराता है फिर उसकी तारीफ होती है कि भाई इस इंजीनियर ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, प्लाई की वजह से या जी उनका भी काम की वजह से 10 साल बाद भी इनसे बनाए थे फर्नीचर आज भी वैसा का वैसा है, तो उनको भी खुशी होती है। ब्रांड बढ़िया होगा उनका भी नाम होता साथ साथ। फर्नीचर बनता है, दूसरे बोलता भी मेरा तो 15 साल पहले आज भी वैसे का वैसा है, तो इसमें इंटीरियर का भी तारीफ होता है, इंटीरियर भी समझ आता माल बढ़िया, आज तक माल खुला नहीं, कुछ भी डीलेमिनेशन नहीं होता माल में, तो उनकी भी तारीफ होती है। तो उनकी पहली पसंद आज के दिन सेंचुरी है।
CenturyPly has 6 production lines in its integrated plywood plants in Joka. It is the largest single location laminate plant in the country. The company is adding 1 million more to its capacity to mark up total production to 7 million CBM by next year. Having a strong presence in the international arena, 20% of its products are exported.
Our productivity is the highest in the industry. Our efficiency is the highest in the industry. And in line with the same, we are the highest in terms of, I would say, average spend on workforce in the industry as well.
When consumers buy any product of CenturyPly, like plywood, doors, laminates or veneers, the first word that is evoked is protection. CenturyPly is among the handful of players within the industry to offer up to a lifetime warranty for plywood. Each plywood and laminate sheet possesses a unique code number for traceability that helps address quality issues with speed. This means that whoever buys CenturyPly never needs to worry. The quality assurance has been derived from the security of process certifications. The Joka plant in Kolkata, an ISO 9001 certified unit, was India's first plywood manufacturing facility to be certified. The company is also ISO 14001 certified, validating its environment-friendly practices. The result is that when a consumer buys CenturyPly, the latent assurance is that it must be completely right.
I would say this is a particular culture that we have worked very, very hard to develop. I think all of it began from the years 95, 96, 97, because at that point, when we came out with odor-proof and termite-proof plywood, it met the needs of consumers and the adulation we got. So there were my father and the MD, Mr. Agarwal, telling me that their friends used to call them saying that, yeah, it's a acha product live, you've gotten something that has removed a problem for me. Thank you for doing this. So that adulation, the love that we got, that I think brought in the mindset of the company that we have to keep giving something better. We have to keep giving a product that is in line with the times and maybe ahead of the times to a certain extent.
Now in its 36th year of operations, CenturyPly enjoys a unique brand identity as the market leader with offerings that are considered industry benchmarks. The company is guided by a simple philosophy of adding more value for money products and at the same time improving upon their existing product portfolio through extensive research and customer feedback.
Innovation, like you rightly said, it's a continuous process for us. And there are 2 more innovations that are in the offing. Over the course of the next year and a half, you're going to see further evolution in the category. You're going to see further evolution in the product range. So as of now, till now, you have heard of 2 products, CenturyPly and CenturyLaminates, that are antiviral. Within the next month or so, you will hear of more within our product range that firstly we are making antiviral. There's separate research and development that has gone into those, and I would love to share with you that the external testing that we have got done has come out successful. We'll be launching those in the short term. And in the next year and a half, there are 2 more propositions, and we believe are going to be big propositions. We are working on that, and hopefully we'll be able to do some.
The company lives by its core values of integrity, excellence, teamwork, empowerment, speed and energy, frugality, accountability, change friendliness, caring and sharing. The latest from the company is Virokill, technology that kills viruses that come in contact with its products with 99.99% mortality rate. One can visit www.centuryply.com for more details on Virokill. The Virokill technology is an outcome of CenturyPly's deep commitment to its buyers and users that it will keep delivering high-quality products to keep the customer's trust intact. The end result is that whoever buys Century Laminates, CenturyPly or Century Doors buys into the words safety, security and peace of mind.